Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we're in Minecraft again today. I know, you're shocked. We're going to be back in West Hill working on the basement distillery under the keep, which is the last major build in West Hill. And went pretty well yesterday. We've got a piston door, we've got a secret entrance on the east side of the keep now. And today I'm going to work on the other entrance on the west side, as well as the staircases and some other details. Plus, we've got some design work that we sorted out yesterday. So we're just going to do the grunt work today. It seems like there are the normal things to plug. We've got the Spawn Chunks podcast with a new episode out right now. There is a episode of the Citadel Cafe coming up soon. You also have things like the Patreon page for myself, which has a promotion until tomorrow. That's Friday the 15th. You can join the patron server at a discount if you want to support over on Patreon. There's also just the regular support on Patreon. If you want to join the Discord, it's only $2 a month, which is fantastic. It's less than a cup of coffee, and it does a great deal to support me here on the channel. And on the Spawn Chunks podcast, we have a promotion going the rest of the month. It is our 7th anniversary. That was this past Monday. And so as a thank you to all the people that support us and people that want to come on and support us, we've got discounts on your first month across the board on patreon.com/thespawnchunks. So that's the spiel. Let's go play some Minecraft. SweetSandi, the Wormbow. Hello, how's it going? Music Free Gaming, good to see you. Hope all is well. So yesterday we did all this kind of gutter and drain work, which I think looks pretty good. Obviously, there's still some texturing that needs to happen on the floor. We want it to look more kind of like this, like more brick and cracked brick and stuff. So we're going to be working on that today. Also, the walls need to be sorted out. But the big victory yesterday was what will be this secret entrance back here. I'm not sure how I'm going to camouflage it. I don't think I want to have another piston door here. I have the room to do it. I could do it. I might try it. But the idea was to just have a hidden door. We'll keep it dark, that you come in here into a hallway and then up some stairs. Now you have to press the pressure plate in order to open the door. So it's seamless on the outside, but then to open it, you just have to step on that pressure plate. The only downside is that you can see these pistons, and there's no real way to cover that other than it'll just be really dark when you come in here. So we'll have like some sort of lighting over here, so it's really not noticeable. So that should be okay. Blast Jordan, thanks for the lurk. Good to see you as always. So I don't think on this side I want a piston door. We covered this up. There is a staircase back here somewhere. Yeah. This goes out here into this little shed. And I don't think this needs to be any kind of redstone. I think this can just be the way that it is now. But I need to find a way to actually access it. And that could be one way to do it. Just having a door back here. That's still pretty hidden. We could also turn this and have it come out over here somewhere, which would echo the door over there. So instead of coming straight down here, we could turn it. And we could have it go down behind the pillar and have it come out here. Right now, that's probably the most straightforward. I could also move this over here and have it be more of a straight shot as well. So there are some options into how we want to do that. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to finish decorating the room first, and then we'll figure that out. I'm excited to have this done. That's the second Enderman that's come in here. And I don't think I need to strip anything away. It's funny, I got this working and I'm not entirely sure that that observer is even needed. But I don't want to break it. So we're going to leave it the way that it is. This all needs to be here. That's all right. And I know that there's dust, I think, on top of some of these. Yeah. These are actually not used at all, I don't think. No, I don't. Those are not part of the equation. I guess I could do this, because I like having my redstone tidy. We could do that. I know we've got the stone to fill it in, that's for sure. Wouldn't mind having some headspace, but I would also like to make sure that there's no spawning spaces in here. That is just part of nothing. Don't need that. Blue Cow, hello, welcome back. Blue Crow, sorry. I read that too fast. Enderman loves the basement, yeah. I don't love the Endermans. Let's maybe open this up a bit, because this does not need to be... Am I keeping these? Before I get rid of them, I guess I should decide. So as far as I can tell, we're done with the redstone. So let's just put some stairs up temporarily. Decide what's happening in there too. There seems to be just a bunch of different unfinished segments that I need to try and decide how I'm going to handle. Because some of it is left over from the old design. Oops. That's going to go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. I could probably let that curve. I don't think that has to be right. I think I like the andesite at the bottom. Oh, I might not like that if it's inside. Oh no, that looks okay. We can do that. Need another one there. Yeah, sort of makes it feel more supported, I think. And matches the tough blocks that we've got going around. This, I think, is an inside wall. Yeah. I don't think I want something there. No. So if we added a pillar out here, we'd have to add it somewhere else. Oh. That was close. Right, and all this is outside wall, so we've got to be careful here. I also need to find a way to access this, because I think this is going to be sealed off. So I think there's going to be a door here, and that will access this back area. I'm probably going to expand this a little bit, and maybe we'll cut off the shulker boxes here. Might be the way to go. Hey, the Nookie, how's it going? Okay, I think I need to ditch the redstone and move some of these shulkers out of the way. Calcite for redstone, it's expensive because it's hard to get, but man, it's really nice and easy to work with. It's so easy to mine up. Alright, what do I need? Let's do the tough pillars, I guess. Oh, did those cracked bricks finish? They did. You know you're digging up part of the world that you've not been in before when you start having to put diorite away. It's such a thing early game to have to ditch so much diorite. I mean, unless of course you're building with diorite. I don't know many people that do. Alright. Stairs, slabs, polished walls. Lord Andy, thanks very much for the tier 1 sub and celebrating a full year subscribing here on the channel. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Wow. Some love in chat for Lord Andy celebrating a full year. Space Keystone badge. It's all yours. Purple and shiny. Thanks so much. All right, I need lanterns. They're over here. Need chains. And then I need to move some of this stuff out of the way. I realized that something else I should be putting here on the floor in terms of decoration. I was looking at these barrels earlier, and I absolutely need to put beehives around, right? Because beehives would be part of the design. Oh, that's not good. Part of the utility, right? So I'll leave those around as a reminder. Not a final organization, but I think having lots of beehives would make sense if they're making honey mead. I think that would be kind of essential. I'll leave the iron out. Don't think we need these two. This is a casual stream, no need for formal titles, but hello anyway. Nice. Should I pronounce it faster? Lord Andy. Less on the title. Or focus on the middle? Lord And. E. Okay. I was going to build these pillars. Those are done. This is not done. So that connects there. I don't think that that's the right texture. Nope. Oh, this one's not finished either. Guess I should rearrange that. Now these ones we were putting lanterns on that block. We need to start thinking about how the lighting in here is going to work. You've had a lot of streamers say lore dandy, I suppose. If you were partial to dandelions and enjoyed lore in video games, I could see that sticking. That looks right to me. I don't think I realized I left that up there. Now, how do we want to handle these corner bits? I could go with an arch in either direction, I guess. We're not doing that over there. We could, though. I mean, the straightforward thing to do would be just to copy this stuff. Have a frame go off that way. Change this one, which would also change this one. As much as I dislike scaffolding in general, I feel like small lifts like this, like 5 blocks up, is very handy. And I guess we would then do the ceiling bit. That's going to make this very bright corner, though, not a very dark corner for a secret entrance. So maybe we have to do another piston over here. Or maybe we do a blue lantern. Yeah, that's better. Don't know about this one. Not sure about this either. I feel like here we might want to have another archway connect. That might be something we do everywhere. It'd be pretty easy because it's only 5 blocks. I think that looks pretty good, actually. Might have to rearrange the texture a little bit just so that more other things are showing, but that's cool. I'm not crazy about the orange light, though. We might have to switch all of these. Maybe at the end I'll do half the room with soul lanterns. Thought these were the same height, but obviously they're not. I wonder if I should lower those. You don't mind dandelions, but lore depends on the game. That's a fair assessment. What's your favorite game these days? I take Minecraft out of that conversation because it's my job. So, I mean, I obviously really enjoy Minecraft. I get a lot of satisfaction out of it. And so that's one of the reasons I think it's worked so well as a job. Or a game to build a career around, I guess. But I say a career, a streaming career to be specific. Trying to think about what other things. Oops. It's hard because so much of it is related to work for me. We might have to go get more tough before too long. Now, why is that farther? Oh, because that's wrong. I don't know. I was playing a lot of Borderlands 3 last night because Borderlands 4 is coming out and I never finished Borderlands 3. I'm at a really weird point in Borderlands 3 where like I'm such a completionist that I've got a really good weapon, but it's really boring. It's like a chemical weapon that just melts bad guys. Like it's I don't even have to try. So it's a little tricky to change it up. Like if I want to use a sniper rifle, if I want to do something else, like it just doesn't make any sense because like I just need to use this submachine gun all the time and I win. And so it's not the most interesting playthrough. Why does that look off? 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a really good example of how color can really mess with your scale perception. Like this feels wider because these are lighter blocks. Strange. Yeah, I'm out of walls. I like that that's a 1-to-1 ratio. Plus there's another one back here. I think we're going to have to put some pillars up against the back wall. More than likely in line with these. Hard to see, but I think once they get some lights on them, they'll be okay. From a structural standpoint, though, I think that's going to look better. Yeah. I think that'll look a lot better. I think it'll make texturing a lot easier too. And that one's going to be a strange one. How are these not the right? Oh, because there's a different pillar? No. Why are those different widths? Oh, because this pillar is closer. Right. Yeah, that might be too bright. We might have to do blue stuff back there. I like the idea of these arches, though. I think we will continue to do that. Need to make more mossy cobble. So yeah, back to my favorite game. I don't know. What's currently on my Xbox right now? Forza Horizon 5, Halo Infinite, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. None of these I've finished, by the way. Grounded 2, Ori and the Blind Forest. I want the first one, whatever the first one is. And there's a couple of others I'm not remembering. I had downloaded and wanted to try Atomfall, but I didn't get into it. I've been watching CoCarnage play a lot of the new Battlefield, and I would suck at it. I am no longer good at those games. I used to play Call of Duty back when it was like World War II Call of Duty in like the early 2000s, pre-2010. But it has been a minute. This is where I think having the shelves would be really cool. Like we could put some shelves in the middle of the room and I could load them up with all of the wall texture, like all of this stuff. And then I could load them up with another set of shelves with all of the tough things. And we could just constantly walk over and switch our hotbar. I think that's one of the strengths, I think, of the shelves that are incoming. Did I not pick up? They're there. I guess I should go get the other textures too. Do it all at once. I think that's it, just the 4 of them. Yeah. Dark, medium dark. Go that way. I think that's pretty good. Not crazy about that. Be bright. Maybe we'll switch these two. That way the cobble won't be as close to the light. Sure. Wonder if that's the outside. Nope. Random block. There, I guess. I'm going to start making this darker. Whoops. Let's, I would say switch these two, but that's in the same position. Ember Antics, hello, hello. I do find sometimes talking about two different things while texturing is difficult in Minecraft. I think that looks okay. I find myself lately, probably because I have been watching a lot of Battlefield, that I've just been jonesing for a really good first-person shooter. But I'm not a competitive shooter. Like, I don't want to play like Valorant and stuff because I'll just get my face handed to me and it's not fun. Same thing with extraction shooters. I get owned and I don't end up having a good time. I'm trying to think about what other. I really did spend a lot of time playing Forza Horizon 5 when I first got the Xbox. Well, I guess I should say Forza Horizon 4. 5 came out later. But then once I get into 5, absolutely spent a lot of time on 5. I don't want this to be a checker pattern. Oops. Although, that looks okay. Isn't a bad texture overall. Also, we should consider that a door might end up being here, so this might change a bit. Sure. Now all this is just meant to kind of fade into the background. And I think one of those reasons is why I might want to try and do different color lanterns. Let's just get rid of all the torches that are not meant to be here. I'll leave these guys so we don't have any spawns in here. Oh, that's not right. And we still have the archways to do. I think this looks okay. I wonder what we're going to end up using in the ceiling. Like this darker at the bottom, almost like soot gathering. Yeah, Ember, like it's, the idea is that it's supposed to be kind of like a wet basement. You know, we've got what might not be apparent. This is actually water from the moat. The moat is out here on the front of the keep. You can see it on the map. There's the moat. And so there's this little culvert, and I haven't done anything in here, not that it really matters, but this, the logic of it I thought was kind of fun, that this is water from the moat. And to keep the basement from flooding, there's a purposeful drain. And then we've also hooked up these stills. So like if they're emptying gross stuff out of the stills, then it'll all go down through here. And then this is actually a little grate that will eventually go out into the river. There's no hole on the other side just yet, but I'll make one, I think, at some point. And this will be decorated. This will probably look, I'll have stairs around it and stuff. We might actually make this, I might make it a little bit more central rather than having it off to the side here. I might make it so that it actually goes with like the curve here. I say might. I'm 99% sure that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's, I mean, it's less lore and more just like logic. I like reasons for things existing in Minecraft. I find that it informs your builds a lot more. Yeah, this whole area is like a honey mead distillery. There's a giant bee farm we've got over here. I say giant, but like it's pretty big. I guess I could, instead of having all of these on sconces like that, I could do this everywhere. This was the only place we had these cross sections. I wasn't doing that over here, but now that I am, I could absolutely switch that up. This is going to be tricky. There's no support there. I don't want to put a pillar right here. I think it'll be in the way of this thing when this thing is done. I mean, I could just make this a smaller thing maybe. I don't know. These aren't finished either. We're just short enough that we can't do slabs. I can mine blocks in that space, but just not slabs. Haven't listened to the latest few episodes of the podcast yet. Do you have any plans for the new copper stuff like lanterns? I've actually been playing a snapshot world that I've been messing around with lanterns with. I could see them being some cool additions. I think the problem with the lantern, of course, is that you've got the green light, which is great, but the lantern looks very medieval. And I would love to be able to use the green lights in sci-fi. But what I'm hoping, now that the new shelf has been reverted in Java to look more like the Bedrock shelf, I'm thinking I might be able to get away with like either green torches, like copper torches, or copper lanterns on a shelf, repeated. I might be able to use that for green lights in a sci-fi area. I don't know. I need to mess around with a lot of stuff. See what's up. And I don't know. The orange glow might look good. Let's just get rid of all these, and we'll try the blue. It might be just practically too dim. We do have the glow that's going to come from the stills, though. That can't be a torch. I need that to be something else. That's really dark, unfortunately. We could not have them on the sides. We could have them up here. And double up. At least you'd be able to see them above the copper, I think. You know what? That might be the way to do it. I really need to decide what block we're going to put in the ceiling. Yeah, you know what? I think that might be bright enough. Is it bright enough on the ground? Yes. Okay. And I don't know if I tried this before. I wonder if those look better with a stone wall. Stream is at an hour. Thanks very much, Sandy. Taking a full hour to not at all answer what my favorite video game is. From the time sunk into games like Minecraft and Satisfactory, I can tell you my favorite style of video game is definitely like open world crafting games. For example, I'm kind of surprised I didn't get more into Valheim. Although I guess Valheim, well, Valheim's open world. All right, I need to go on a break. You need to tell me what you prefer. A brick, tough brick wall, or a polished tough wall. And the other option is a regular wall, but I don't think that's going to look good. I'm pretty sure this is just going to clash. I don't think this is going to be something we want up there. Yeah, I'm going to say veto on the tough wall. The other thing we could try to do is we could use something like a carved deep slate to make it look like an extension of the chain, so we can make it look more like metal. So that's an option as well. So I'll think about that. And then when we come back, we will keep on going. If you're new to the channel, I take a break once an hour, just a quick coffee break. You should too. Get a drink, get a snack, grab a friend. We're always trying to grow the channel. I'll be right back. So what do we think, chat? Are we thinking tough brick or polished tough? I also want to try some of these. Polished. I don't have enough room. I don't know where the barrel came from. Turtle, you're a Duggan as well? Do you pronounce it the same way? Spell it the same way? Usually there's a contingent out there that pronounce it Duggan. I don't know why, because there's 2 G's. I've seen Duggan in on people on Instagram, but they spell it with 1 G. And so that I understand. Deep slate tile. Let's try these. That feels just like a weird miscoloring. That feels a little bit more metal. Keeping in mind it will be dim like this. And then there's the polished deep slate wall. The polished deep slate wall is the one I think might win. I think polished deep slate. I don't have anything else. Black stone, I guess. Polished black stone might have a lot of purple in it, but it's gonna be pretty dim. Could do another brick wall too. But that is a custom texture. There's the nether brick wall. That's too dark. Polished blackstone. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with deep slate. Which is annoying because that means I gotta replace them all. Oh, wrong thing. We're gonna run out of lanterns too. Don't know what we're doing over there yet, so we'll leave it. While we're doing this, it might be a good idea to actually change the ceiling texture. stone is okay, but I feel like it needs to be either more textured or darker, maybe? Bob the Gamer Twitch raiding with a party of 24. Amazing. Thanks so much, Bob. What's going on? Fretboard Freak, hello, hello. Bob sends love. Fantastic. Thanks very much for sending over your viewers. Isabella Die, or Day, I guess. Hello, hello. KT1970, welcome in. Mr. Z, Mr. Zaps, hello. Fantastic Sherlock Fox. It has been a while. Welcome back. Kit K Kit. JT Gaming, hello, hello. Thanks very much. I really appreciate the raid. Folks, if you're new to my stream, my name is Joel Duggan. I podcast and stream full time. You can listen to the Spawn Chunks podcast on your favorite podcasting app or watch on YouTube. You can listen to the Citadel Cafe, same way. Although the Citadel Cafe is not a video show, it's audio only, but it is on YouTube, just with a title card and some audio. And of course, I'm here on Twitch Tuesday through Saturday. Tuesday through Friday, it's 10 a.m. in the morning, and then on Saturday, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And right now we're in my medieval town, which is almost 5 years old, and we're doing the last build in the town, which is the basement of the keep. We're turning it into a distillery. Hence the big copper pots. Although these are looking kind of dim now because there's not another pillar out here. Have to move the drain. I want the front of these to be more lit. I guess we'll have more stuff happening here too, won't we? That's a little bit better. I wonder how I'm going to be able to light these. That's going to be transparent for light, I think. We could change that to a trapdoor, and that would help some light. I think what we'll end up doing is probably putting a trapdoor in there, and then putting... What colored trapdoor would we put in there? I guess it could be one of these two. I don't know if it's really going to matter. Probably orange candles. Distillery equals perfect priority. Hello. Yeah. Park, welcome back. Thanks again for the raid. Really appreciate it. Candles. I need a flint and steel. Oh, that's right. Wrong block space. My guess is that I'm going to have to go with 3 or 4 candles. Can I not add candles? I thought you could add candles. What is going on? Do you not add candles to lit groups of candles? I thought you could. Those are orange candles. Oh, there we go. Oh, that might be too bright. At which point candles wouldn't be not the best option. I don't think I have another way of controlling the light. A frog light would be good because it could hide the... There would be no flame. I guess I could hide them lower. What if this was actually down here? That creates a bit of a weird light underneath the thing. Yeah. All right. That's a no. I don't know. Maybe we have to try a frog light? I think I keep those over here. That's going to be super bright. So we want to block the bottom. And then maybe cover that up with an orange acacia trapdoor so that you can't see so much of it. Oh, helps if you put the honey back in. That's not bad. You really can't see the trapdoor. The other thing we could do would be two bits of honey. Trapdoor really does cover up the frog light, though. Yeah, you still get kind of a glow there. I guess the orange trapdoor is the best way to go. That was dumb. This is some incredible work you've done. I was just scrolling through your website. Thanks very much, JT. Appreciate it. You mean the YouTube channel? I don't know if I don't think I have any Minecraft images on JoelDuggan.com. All right, so which way do we need to put this trapdoor? If I'm going to put this up there like that, I'd say the other way around. Oh, but then that block enough of it? I think we have to have the slats on the trapdoor go the other way. Yeah. So I'll try one with candles on this side and see if it looks any different. So I need some trapdoors. Honey in there. I think 3 candles is what we wanted. Let's see the difference. We could put these higher as well. Excuse me. That snuck up on me. It's gonna be harder to tell on this side. It is quite a bit brighter. Oh, whoops. Not right at all. It's a little harder to tell because we've got this space here. I think I prefer that. Yeah, Amber, I like the way that it glows too. It doesn't really make a lot of sense as far as the fact that it glows, but I think that's probably the best way to go about it. And I think that works with the blue lights in the background so that we don't have to have orange lights everywhere. Cool. All right, well then before we start finishing up all these pillars and changing these chains out, I really want to make sure we've got a texture chosen for the ceiling because it's going to be easier to do that while we're up there. So that to me still feels kind of boring. I don't think I want to make it deep slate. I don't know whether an andesite ceiling would be good. I'm not sure why I'm carrying rockets around. I don't really need them right now. So we could do an andesite ceiling. Basalt might be a good way to go. We might have to go get more basalt if I do that. Don't think I want to do deep slate. We could do deep slate with like some polished in there maybe. Deep slate bricks perhaps. Very much the opposite of what I was going to do with andesite. Yeah, that's kind of our choices, huh? Good news is we've got lots of depth. It feels a little bit more basement-like. I don't think I want to be overly fancy with it. It's funny that you can hear water noises as it hits the waterlogged stair. I can hear the splashes. That might not come through on stream. This might be too similar to the tuff. It might look like just a continuation of it. Whoops. Shoppish Lisa, hello. How's it going? Thanks for the follow. I mean, that's nice and dark. That might be the easiest solution, you know, just do a brick ceiling like that, and then maybe we'll just toss in the odd polished here and there. Not that you can really see it. I think there's cracked versions of these too. Closer to the lights, maybe. Yeah, ultimately not very visible. And with shaders off, still pretty dim. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it. All right, cool. Well, we can easily do that. We need to get rid of andesite. And we'll need more bricks. A lot more bricks. It's funny, we were just talking about favorite games earlier. I couldn't pick one. I definitely enjoy the three genres we mentioned. Like first person shooters, like Borderlands. I like obviously crafting games like Minecraft, Grounded 2, that kind of thing. And weirdly, because I'm not a car guy at all, but I really like the Forza games. I don't think we have to go overboard on this. I think this is going to be pretty straightforward. Nice. This part is going to be tricky. I think I might have to do a little something here. Yeah. looks okay. No more stairs, no more stairs. That looks a little strange. Now, is that gonna look weird in the stairwell? Not really. I'll just bring this up higher. Cool. And then we could do the same sort of archway here, I guess. Oh, no, I want slabs, I guess. I think those have to be stairs. Feels a little chunky. I think this structure might change a little bit. I might have to add some depth there. Thanks so much, SweetSandi. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Obviously, these are in the wrong spot. What was I thinking here? Maybe I just haven't expanded this yet. That feels a little bit better. Oh, there we go. Seriously deep door. This is a little distracting. I'd rather have that down here. Where'd it go? Nice. New shelves are definitely going to help you with all the block switching. They can, like if you wanted to set up a, you have to set up a pull workstation though, which is fine. But yeah, there'll be some ways to get it done, I think. All right, I think I'm now ready to do this section. At least it's not complicated or taking a long time, because I find designing ceilings and looking up all the time is a real pain. Yeah, there's just enough light to catch the edge. That there. And we might actually put some lights down closer here. I want probably like, oh, there's no polished andesite wall, is there? I guess we could do these ones. How did we do this upstairs? I feel like I've done this upstairs somewhere. Maybe the courtyard? No, these all hang from the walls. Oh no, yeah, we did this at the front. It is polished deep slate. Okay, cool. I knew I did it somewhere. I feel like you could just throw one on the wall next to where you're working. Yeah, you'd have to have the redstone handy too. But yeah, what I would do is I would set it up in the middle of the room. We had mentioned this, I think, before you showed up, Ember, is that you set up an inventory in the middle of the room, like right here, and just have it be like all the wall texture, and then switch it out for all the pillar texture, and then you just walk over and switch as you're doing both. I mean, the other way to do it is like not doing it the way that I'm doing it, and just go through and do all the ceiling, be done with the ceiling, and then do all the other things, right? But we're not doing that right now. I'm kind of bouncing back and forth as I have ideas and as I see things I want to change. I may want these to be brighter, just because it is the entrance. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I almost want that to dip a little bit. I wonder what that would look like. Well, those have to be stairs. Oh, I don't know about that. I thought that was going to work. That might be okay. I guess we could hang another lantern from it. All right, let's make this a little bit easier on the eyes for now. Light the whole thing up, and then we can blitz through and do a lot of it. That's a bit easier to see. Nice. You plan to be lazy about it. I think if I sat down and really figured out how to practice it, then I think we'll be okay. We didn't really do much building in the snapshot stream on Tuesday. So I didn't really get a chance to mess around with the shelves. We only switched to the new snapshot like in the last 30 minutes because I had incorrectly thought I was on 33 and then it turns out I wasn't. So we didn't get to mess around with the new shelving, but I do plan on it. I want to use copper as kind of like a major building block / theme in the little build that I've got going on the snapshot world. So we'll definitely get to using shelves for practical reasons. They're also I mean they're not cheaper than a chest, but they are great for displaying a bunch of items in a more organized way, which is good. I could probably throw some of this up there too. Up anywhere? It'd be a little bit easier on top of the stills anyway. I'm made for ceiling texturing. More deep slate bricks. I might have to get more materials. How am I doing for deep slate? Oh, we're okay. Yeah, I think tossing in a little bit of basalt really helps. Just add a little bit more interest. Yep, I like it. Those are Deep slate. These are not. That's done though. Change those two. Yeah, the ceilings over the stills are going to be a lot easier. Ooh, there's a hole there. I guess I could put something in the top to show off some light from the still too. That might be too much though, since it's a frog light that we've decided that's going to be in there. I have a kink in my neck from playing today. Weirdly, because I don't need to look up. It's a computer monitor. I don't need to tilt my head. And yet I tilt my head. The detail for them is perfect for exteriors for shelves. Yeah, I agree. I think I'm going to be doing a lot with shelves in terms of like lighting detail, and like putting lighting blocks in them is going to be super cool. Whoops. You didn't ask me, I don't think I would have guessed I would have been spending this much time doing deep slate work in this particular build. I don't do a lot of chains going horizontal. I probably should. Done them in some places. I'm not sure about this build, but maybe in others. We are going to need more of those. It's going to look cool when it's all done. Yes. Never thought, I guess we could have tried some soul flame somewhere too. But I guess the scale's not quite right. 2, 2, 2, 1. There. Wait until I do the ceiling on that side. Yeah, this is probably going to have to be stone. The transition to the stone staircase is going to be tricky, I think. I might be able to contain it just here. This might flip to tough. Anyway, I realize that I am on top of my next break. So if you are new to the channel, I take a break once an hour, and I'll be right back. About 5 or 6 minutes. I know I've said this before on stream, but it's so nice working in this basement that's all sealed off that we don't have to worry about sleeping or mobs or anything. It makes progress so much faster. I do need some more torches though. And while we're down here, let's just top this up. That's probably going to go like that. And then there'll be, I liked the double door, but we don't need it to be a double door anymore. So we can just do a single, but we'll probably need to move some of that stuff. Time to open up the floor, I guess. Some of this stuff is just junk. I will put that maybe over here. Just for now. Blast Jordan, thanks for catching that. Apo the Ya? I don't know how to say your name. Thanks very much for the raid. I was on break when that happened. Cheers. Thanks very much. Zenthanex, feel the exact same way about working in the dried out ocean monument I'm working on. No mobs to speak of. Nice. Yeah, it's a good feeling. You spend a lot of time managing that kind of stuff and you're just like, you know what? I'm kind of done. I'm kind of done. Need more. Cobble deep slate. Tough we're getting kind of low on. This might become a problem. I guess we would put more of this in the back too. I thought I liked that archway. I might drop this down. Just so that they don't line up. Oh, that has to be a full block. Really wish we had cracked tough. I think that would be nice. That would be nice. Building a new area in my world, definitely got to work on lighting. The mobs are ridiculous. Yeah, the mobs in the farmland here are nuts. Because it's all meant to be, just like natural looking fields. So when you get out into like any area, I think those are firefly bushes. And then once you get away from a house, like this is like all the stuff through here. This is just a complete mob farm. But I don't want the whole place to be lit up like crazy, right? This is where I think we have to switch here. That feels kind of funny there. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, I didn't see that. But like, what do we do here? I feel like this could be easily changed. We just get rid of this. Oh, how does that look up here though? That might be okay. We are going to run into some tricky situations where some of these spots have like a door here. Some of these spots are going to be double-sided walls or single deep walls, however you want to say it. I have to think about the texture on both sides, essentially. Yeah, it's probably the best solution there. That feels like a really hard seam. I kind of wonder maybe if this whole thing, I might be approaching this the wrong way. This might have to be all stone. Yeah, that might have to be all stone. Yeah, I think that works out okay. And then we just have to make sure that we've gotten rid of all the other stone bits up here, or tough bits rather. Yeah, although now I could probably have that go back to bricks. We'll go up and see if I can make it the design that I wanted to make it up here. Let's see if that looks good. Ultimately, we might want to mimic what's going on here. Oh, I think that's going to be a stair. That looks a little bit odd. Hmm. Oh, that's probably better. Yeah. Stairs, probably. Oh, wrong texture. Not crazy about that. Hmm. I think that looks good. That's fine. It's funny in the dim lighting how you can get away with switching from tough to stone with in bright light it would not look nearly as good. Cool. Where's the cracked stuff? Am I out? I'm out. Need to make more. So I could have sworn I had more coal just kicking around, but maybe I don't. Oh, there we go. Nice. Now I don't think I need another lantern in the corner. If anything, I might just do a nice single lantern hanging down here. And then I've been putting stairs over some of the doors, but that's the only real official door. I feel like an andesite stair might be okay. I feel like I've done that elsewhere in the castle. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, usually andesite over the doors. Whoops. Yeah. Cool time of day to come up into the throne room too. Main hall. Yep, definitely andesite over some of the doors. I'm not going to put a door in it just yet because that would drive me crazy. I'm now very used to having my crafting and my other stuff all here, so it's very odd to not have it there. 4 years of it being in that location. My brain is like, what is going on? A tab from the distillery to the throne room? What do you mean a tab? Like a running tab? Like at a bar? Could probably do something here too. Oh, maybe not. Looks a little bit too distracting. Maybe we'll just do a crack brick. Do not want anything spawning up there, please and thank you. Nice. Oh, connecting directly to the source. Yeah. Yeah, if you're drinking in this castle, you're okay. You're sorted. No worries. That's done. These all have the right things. Trying to prep them all for easy texture. Some of these stills are looking rough. I need to go through and wax some things, obviously. Oh, I don't think we like these. Too close to the edge. We are definitely going to have to go get some more tuff at some point. It is a tough decision. I see what you did there. There we go. I think I put all of my basalt back. It's starting to get a little bit tedious to walk around here. Closed off all of my access points as I'm slowly texturing everything. Oh, this is going to be a pain. I have to put up some textures here. Not textures. Temporary blocks to put the basalt up against. Just a pain. That looks pretty good. I'm not always crazy about the cracked bricks. I don't have any real plans for this section other than just to leave it as storage for now, so we'll probably just make it look not terrible. I'll leave that open and probably close it off here, I guess. This is just going to be a dark tunnel. I think 3 is probably high enough. Can probably just fill this in. Nice. Oh, could be faster. Definitely going to need a little bit of light, like right here. You need something to travel towards. Yeah, just enough to kind of say you got to go this way. Nice. We'll of course do a better job texturing this. Pretty good. Nice. And then we'll have some more lighting inside of this place too. So probably another light maybe like here. And another one maybe here. I'm going to replace these with candles at some point. Dan Grice subscribing at Tier 1, 53 months, Dan. That's amazing. Thank you ever so much. Wow. Coming up on 4.5 years. That's amazing. Cheers. Probably have to put something there too. Ooh, we will not be able to put something there. Maybe here? Yeah. The pressure plate needs a little bit of light. For sure. Nice. I'm anxious to rip down the temporary torches, but the problem is that I still have to do all of the stills, and it's going to be a lot easier to do with all the lighting still up there. Ember Antic subscribing at Tier 1. Thanks so much, Ember. That's amazing. And I believe that just kicked off a hype train. You can now connect your Discord and your Twitch, and you can join the Joel Duggan Discord now that you've got a sub. And anybody else that wants to participate, you can use 100 bits or a Tier 1 sub to take part in the hype train. It supports me, and you also get access to some Twitch emotes, depending on what level we get to. Currently, there are 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in level 1. And cheers. Thanks again, Ember. Let me just post this in chat. I think it's Discord. Or it might be... Not sure what the connection one is. Sub. I think it's probably sub. There we go. Yeah, that's a way to connect your accounts. Speaking of subs, Blast Jordan gifted a Tier 1 sub to Silvery13. Thanks so much, Blast. I really appreciate that. Ember Antics also jumped in with 100 bits on the hype train. Cheers to that. Thanks again. That's amazing. So once again, Silvery, there are links in chat if you'd like to connect your Discord and your Twitch accounts. And you can also join the Discord that way. Moira used 100 bits to gigantify an emote. That's a fun little emote. Thanks again, Moira. That's amazing. temporary blocks continue. I just have enough room for that redstone. Just barely. Well, that's kind of the same as the other side, isn't it? Maybe we'll change this one too. It's okay. Do those like wobbly blocks when they're items drive anybody else crazy? Like I have to get them. I can't just leave them. Not an option. This needs a little something up here. Actually, you know what? I could probably do this on this side. Because this is going to look the same no matter which way we do it. And move some of these shulker boxes out of the way. Iron. This could probably go over here. Definitely don't need torches everywhere. Here, I might as well just fill this in. That was a successful hype train. Thanks very much, folks. Really appreciate that. Level 2 at 6%. Got a new emote from Twitch. Let us know what you got. Mine looks like a little girl blowing a birthday streamer. They will continue to wobble for an entity for 5 minutes? Yeah, that would drive me crazy. Dislike. Oops. At least we've got a place to put the stone. We certainly have enough of it. Three blocks, 3 blocks, 3 blocks. That should be good. Cool. That takes care of that part. And then I think there's only just the redstone that's got a little bit of filling in and light left to handle. Yeah. Obviously nothing can go in there. I'm okay to just leave it like that, I think. It's all part of the back room. We could probably fill in some of that too. Nice to leave this kind of stuff open because you never know when you have to come back and check something. And like if I want to try to do that in the future, to come back to a build that I've already done rather than watching like a YouTube tutorial, that's usually pretty handy. We did that a lot for designs in this area too, although this is going to have to get cut off. This is not an outside wall, but I'll have to figure out how. I think that's an outside wall. So at some point, this dungeon is going to become a little bit more robust. This is an outside wall, though. That has to stay there. Yeah, I don't know about this hallway. This hallway seems really redundant. So I might just make this another cell. And then have the only way to get over here be this way. And then maybe we'll just close that off. Somehow. That might work. Did you connect your Discord accounts? Silvery had a question. Can't access Discord yet. So sometimes it takes a little bit, but first you have to make sure that your Discord and your Twitch accounts, so your personal Discord and Twitch accounts, are connected. And then look for the Joel Duggan Discord in the connections tab in your Discord settings. Sometimes Twitch takes like a half an hour to kind of catch up. Thanks so much, Nookie. Have a good one. Cheers. Good to see you. So this is where I'm going to put in another temporary block. I don't know if I want to keep that andesite. Maybe we'll just make it andesite for now. I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. I do like my storage areas not to look really disheveled. Like I find if you can make the area that you're in so much at least look decent, it feels less like early game backroom Minecraft. I think so anyway. That's gonna bug me. Does that have to be like that? Maybe it doesn't. It might be covered up. Oh, that's good. Nice. So much custom stuff. It's good to know all the tricks though. Oh crap, I didn't need to do that. Let's put you there. That's not working. I try not to make checker patterns when I do this, and it does not look as good. Cool, so that's 3 walls? 3. Oh yeah. This one's not even close to done. Not bad. Sometimes it's easier to fill in the whole space and then go back and pick apart the stuff you want to change. That might not be the best. Maybe we'll put this over here. I also have to check to make sure I'm not copying the same pattern I did on the wall next to it. Nice. I think we'll change this. Let's reverse that. Good, good. And then last one. On this side. Yeah, I think it's... Oh, then we have these ones. That's right. We'll work on this one. It's funny how much darker the mossy cobble is compared to the others. This, unfortunately, doesn't look the best because the door Actually, that's not too bad. It's pretty good. Oh, thanks so much, Ember Antics. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you like it. I think it's looking pretty good too. I do want to get some of the ceiling in, just so we can get the lights hung. I don't have near enough deep slate bricks for that. That's fine. We may be at a bottleneck here. Oh no, right. I do have enough of these. There is something very satisfying. Doesn't happen very often, but when I can manage to get all that kind of stuff done without misclicking anything, I do find it very nice. Cool. Yeah, I think we can start to get a vibe for how this is going to feel once we get all the torches out of the way. I'm going to keep it well lit for now. Silvery says I got to install a hidden door in my build. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to work on it. Yeah, they're fun. I agree, they're fun. I need to figure out what I'm going to do back here. This, I think, needs to be a little bit more special. I guess I could change the direction of that, but definitely need some work. I also need to remember there's going to be a door here. Or somewheres. Nice. Right, folks, that's where I need to wrap things up for today. Let me just see if I can find somebody playing Minecraft. We've got Exuma Void is playing Metro Mayhem. Megabyte is streaming. Let's head over to X. We rated Megabyte the other day, so I'll send you over to Exuma Void. Or just Exuma, I guess, on Twitch, just Exuma. Thanks so much, folks. I really appreciate the hype train, the support today. Cheers to Dan and Emperor Antics and everybody else that subbed. I really, really appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. Atlantic. That is 9 a.m. on the eastern seaboard of the US for some Lego. We're going to be finishing up the Transformers Bumblebee build. So stay tuned for that. And then back to Minecraft on Saturday. And that should be at 1 o'clock Atlantic, which is again noon on the eastern seaboard. Now, we might end up with a longer stream on Saturday. I'm not really sure. Depends on the weather. It also depends on the storm. We might be getting some nasty weather here. So hopefully the internet and everything will hold up. Same with my power. So yeah, That'll be it for today. Check out the Patreon page. It's patreon.com/JoelDuggan. Very easy to find me online. I'm Joel Duggan everywhere, and I really appreciate the support. Patreon is one of the best ways. It's only $2 a month. That's less than a cup of coffee, and it is a really consistent way to keep me streaming. So I appreciate it. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.